Howdy, partner. Howdy, not howdy. How meaning good or well, good. And di choa, in the same language, Putonghua, Mandarin, di choa means earth. So like di must mean land. I was walking down the street one day. They're in Jiayuguan. No. Zhengzhou, I was at. And it was in the last of my days there. I've been around and I know you see old people, they have different ways of doing things. They say things like French phrases to you when you walk by. They see you're a white dude. And so these old people, they will say something in French to you so that you know that they were there fighting us after they'd been there fighting the French. The French gave up and left Vietnam. I was, at that point, I wasn't. Either way, the old people spoke French, and then they came back and fought against the Americans a short period later. Like we thought we were going to do something the French couldn't. We still keep having arguments with the French. Look at us now. But this old man goes all the way back to the Cultural Revolution, the way I see it, when they took all the educated people, the educators, and put them on farms and left them to fend for themselves. They don't know how to farm. They're eating their shoes. They're eating the damn trim board off the doors just to get some wood, some food, some salvation. It didn't come for most of them. Some of them starved to death, the way I understand it. But then you see Zhao Shanghao to a guy in the morning, an old man in his boxer shorts walking down the street, because there is no fashion etiquette. People wear what they've got, wear what works. It's Zhao Shanghao, and he looked at me and said, "Howdy." And I realized the way he said it. See, we're speaking Chinese now, so I'm hearing Chinese, but I connected it to the howdy. Howdy, partner. He said, good earth, which he's talking about the land, good land. I just figured I'd tell you all that because I wanted to say howdy, which is what I say almost every time somebody says hello to me. They say, hey, good afternoon. Even here in the U.S., they don't know what I'm saying, and I say howdy. It's a good way of looking at things. Why did I bring all that up? Just because I'm wearing the hat. Doing stuff Friday and today at my dad's place, taking care of his things, getting moving on finishing things. You have to get started if you want to finish it. And I was walking through the house and I looked, and there are many things sitting around, and that people say, you want it, take it. Nobody seems to want anything. And I saw this hat. I said, everybody needs a good hat to be out in the sun with. I can see you through this. If I'm going into a sleet and hail and a storm on the back of a horse, I can see. How many fingers am I holding up? 1. No. 2. fuck me, fuck you, type of thing, Gotta have a hat. So I said, I'll take the hat. Oh. But not just that. I'm not stealing things. These are things that people say are going in the dumpster. I'm like, what are you talking about? You can't get rid of the fish heads. Oh, that's my dad. He would take every fish he got. He'd decapitate it, these northern pike, and he'd put them on things. He progressed over the years. These are the later years. It's got a date on it, 1990. January 19th. This was a 35-inch pike, and it was 12 pounds. That's a good eating pike. It's not a trophy. It's not one you get mounted full. So you stick it on a damn little plaque here, and he's got his information on it, not where it came from. He'd never tell you his lake. That's my job now that he's gone. I can tell you where he got him, but you'd have to pay me $30,000. He was in the paper all the time, and he said, they said, where do you get it? He said, A Lake. They said, A Lake? And he'd say, A Lake in Otsego County. And that's all they'd ever get out of him. He wouldn't let us talk about it to our friends on the school bus either. You don't talk about where I get my fish. And so they want to get rid of all these. This is his art, man. He'd shellac these things. I can clean this up. It's just dusted over. There's one. So there is I got another one. It's just I just can't let them go into a dumpster. I don't have space for all of them. I need to build a shed myself. So I'm hauling them out, get them off the walls before they go in the dumpster. And maybe down below in my spring tea site, I could sell these or something. I don't know if that thing even works. I think I sold a couple things before. You can buy the Judas Resurrection t-shirts and hoodies and such. It's got the We Are the Judas Resurrection flag on it. But there's another one. I got them all over in my car. I can only carry so many at a time. But it's good stuff. I like the idea of giving them to people I like. Cigarette went out. And so I'm up here at the Father Outlaw's place. Father Outlaw, because in the eyes of the government, and especially outside of the eyes of God, we don't do paperwork. There's nobody that knows who we want to be with better than ourselves. And it doesn't take a man who isn't supposed to be having any kind of sexual interaction or love for anybody but himself and God. It doesn't require someone like that to tell us who we are with. So he's my father outlaw, not in-law. It was his birthday yesterday, so today I say to him, happy afterbirth. And because I don't want all of these things, I can't have them all. I'm trying to give some away, and to people. And this is the one he gets. Look at it. Look at it. Teeth on the roof of his mouth. This one it says it's a 39.5 inch northern pike, and it was 16 pounds. February, I don't know. I don't have my glasses. Looks like February 31st, but I don't think he'd have done that. And it's got the year. The only thing I don't see hanging up in here is a fish head. So this is his birthday present. It'll go up over there. I'm thinking, just, isn't it wonderful to be able to share rather than just dispose. And while I was there, I was shocked to see this. That's something my uncle in Mississippi, he had a printing company, so he made this for my dad, because we would drive down there sometimes and see that. It's my mom's sister married this guy, and he made this thing for him. It's the National Association of Mississippi Rednecks, and it says, this is to certify that supercalifragilisticexpialidocious has been changed to Al for short. Aloysius doesn't do the dishes, and his name is too long for anyone. And look, it happens to have a picture of him as a young man standing there with a fish, a northern pike. And that picture was just sitting out like nobody wanted it. I'm gonna have to tell somebody I took it, because I don't want to just take everything everybody wants, but they just leave this stuff. This is for me. This is for me. You don't realize how easy it is to say, just throw it in the dumpster, until you go through there and see how hard it actually is. You can't just throw this stuff away. You cannot forget the face of your father.